Quentin Richardson wrote a very a touching article, man. It documented his life growing up in Chicago, from his days starring at Whitney Young High School to going on to play at DePaul University to then getting drafted to the Los Angeles Clippers to playing with the Phoenix Suns, one of the great teams with Steve Nash, Joe Johnson, Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire. That was just a great team. From his time he went on to play with the New York Knicks, he struggled with alcohol abuse, the loss of his loved ones, lost his brother, his grandmother, his mother, all in the same year. His other brother got killed years later during his career. And he talked about just his ups and downs, his triumphs, his failures, but not most importantly, because the most important stuff was how he battled back and overcame everything. But he talked about a significant piece that he talked about was Chicago public school basketball. And that was something I want to talk to y'all about, because Chicago public school basketball is one of the most rough and rugged and just heart and soul filled basketball leagues that I've ever seen in my life. And I've watched professional basketball in person and at home. I've watched the top level of collegiate basketball, and nothing compares to watching Chicago public school basketball, specifically the Red South and the Red West conferences. Listen, y'all want to know what it's like to be in a high school atmosphere and it feels like a college game? Go to a Red West game, a Red South game. Go to Morgan Park versus Simeon. I promise you. You're never going to see an atmosphere like this in a high school level, like the magnitude. College coaches and scouts is all in the crowd. Kids and fans just jumping up and down, cheering, wearing these shirts, repping their school, because the pride is on the line at this point when we're watching these teams play. I went to Morgan Park High School, so every time we played Simeon, it was the game of the year. Period. The Battle of Vincennes is what they called it. Simeon was known to produce megastars from the late great Ben Wilson, Nick Anderson. You had Derrick Rose, Tim Flowers on those guys, Jabari Parker. A slew of talent always coming out. Morgan Park, they didn't get the talent that they had talent over the years, but the talent started to increase when Nick Irvin came. You had Wayne Blackshear, Billy Garrett Jr. You had Cal Davis, Charlie Moore, now IU. You saw Marcus Levesque came and started there too. All these different schools, Farragut, all these different teams, man. Patrick Beverly was out west. Sharon Collins is out west at Crane. Like, it was just incredible to be in this atmosphere. And not to mention, listen, Chicago public school basketball is so real, they willing to fight after the game. It's that serious. Like, if school pride is on the line, you got to go to these different teams, go to these different gyms. Morgan Park traveling to go play Chicago Vocational, playing CVS, SCVS, is jumping over east. Like, you know how it's finna be. It's hectic. It's crazy. We went to go play Finger one time. I'm saying I wasn't on the team, but my friends were. They went to go play Finger, and I remember dudes throwing stuff on the crowd at them, like literally just throwing everything. One time they went to go play Bogan, because in the Red South, Morgan Park played Harlan. Like, all these rough and rugged games, Carver, Bogan, Julian, Hyde Park. We're going into the craziest atmospheres and watching these games just explode, and it's just everybody's just so filled with excitement to see these young guys go at it and get at it. When I say go at it, I mean they diving on the floor for every loose ball. Everybody's scratching and clawing to get this win. Period. Defense is played non-stop throughout this game. If you don't play no defense, you sitting down right next to the coach. You not playing, my boy. You not. Chicago public school basketball is like no other, man. That's why when people say that Derrick Rose ain't tough, you know how tough you got to be to play in the Chicago Public League, let alone the Red South? Let's be real. Red West too, man. KG played, Kevin Garnett played in the Red West. He know what time it is. Ronnie Fields. Patrick Beverly was starring over at Marshall High School, putting up numbers. Him and D Rose and them was going at it all the time, man. Chicago public school basketball, nothing like it, man. I don't care where you go, Cali, New York, ain't nothing gonna beat Chicago public school basketball. And everybody know that, man. Come here and see.